Hello everybody, welcome back to day number two of our Disney Villains collection. Today is going to be the showing of the Evil Queen. We love the Evil Queen. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, very #1 movie from Disney, the first animated feature, won several Academy Awards, everything. Today, again, is going to be Evil Queen Day. So let's just go ahead and get on into it. I don't want to waste anybody's time. So, same tools that I basically used yesterday. Again, I have my foundation. Everything is set. My powders are set. My contours on. I have not done the highlight because the Evil Queen actually has her own highlighter. She has her own Shock one, and she actually has her own. This I don't know if I'll use either. I'm not a gloss lover, but it actually looks pretty good, so maybe I'll just wear this today. Also, this is going to be the most gorgeous color of red. This is a hot night out. That's actually what that is. That's not even Evil Queen version. It's way past that. So let's go ahead and get on into this. Again, like I just showed yesterday, we're going to be using the same Misunderstood palette because honestly, it's the only eyeshadow palette that comes with it. But there's so many different colors that you can actually integrate with it. So again, I have not opened this, and today's highlighter is going to be, oh, my mirror's broke. Aw, that's okay. Here's today's highlighter. This one is going to be a little bit more gold than the other one was. Wow. A little more gold. The other one was a little bit more yellow, I think. I don't know if that's really going to be okay for my skin tone. I haven't decided yet. This one might actually be a little bit better than yesterday's. So well, I'm just going to get right into this. My mirror's broken. Aww. That's kind of terrible. My mirror got broke. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use the same brush. I don't want to use my fingers today, so I'm going to go ahead and just use this brush. Let's get a little bit of highlight on this puppy. Not a lot, but I can see that it's making a dent in what's going on. Okay, let's see what we get. Ooh, I do like it better than yesterday. This will be a beautiful gold that actually looks like it has a little bit of a green shift to it. Oh my goodness. It does. It has a green shift to it, and it's gorgeous. Wow. Oh my goodness. I really like that. And it doesn't even take a lot. This is going on very nicely with this brush. Let's go ahead and take this one as well, right over the top of the cheekbone. Wow. That is gorgeous. I'm going to wear my hair down today, so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going ahead and going to put it up around my temple area, because you want to do a C from about the bottom of your eyelid to the middle of your cheek here. Bottom of your eyebrow. I'm sorry, bottom of your eyebrow. Going down to your cheekbone, across the top. Wow, that is really gorgeous. Ooh, I really like this one a lot. Again, this is going to be the Evil Queen. It's called Fairest of All. We're going to go ahead and put a little bit here on the nose, just a smidge. I'm not a huge fan of highlighting the nose just because I don't have one of those little cute button noses. A little bit on my Cupid's bow. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and use my finger for that one. Just because I want it a little more centralized. Oh yeah, this looks gorgeous. And just so you guys know, last night when I actually took my makeup off when I got home, I found that it was very easily removable as well. I didn't have any issues with the glitter. I didn't have any issues when it came to anything like that, so that made me extremely happy. Again, it came off very nicely, and it actually wore very, very well yesterday. I did not have any issues with it when it came to like long wear, no creasing, no anything. Part of that's just the paint pot that I actually use, and I set my powders from the beginning. So again, this is going to be a yellowish green color, and that's really gorgeous. This is an Evil Queen. I really like this one. Again, it's a Super Shock highlighter called Fairest of All, and this one is stunningly gorgeous. So there's that one. Again, the lipstick and I already showed you guys the lipstick and the gloss. And this jelly one is called Cursed. It's a Jelly Much Shadow. Again, it's called Cursed because, oh, and it's already, oh boy, here we go again. I think definitely when using these jelly ones, you have to have a makeup wipe with you because they're just messy. Ooh, they're just messy. They get all over everything. Oh my goodness. I feel like I have stuff all over me. And this was, I haven't even opened this yet, and it was already on the outside of the shadow, but we'll work around that, I guess. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'll still use the same 2 transition shades, and that just makes it a little bit easier to just coordinate the looks themselves. But with this gold and yellow, oh my goodness, I don't even know what we can do. I think I'm going to try to go ahead and use the dark blue and use this yellow gold in the inside of my eye. So let's go ahead and set down some of those transition shades, and we'll just go from there. Transitions are done. What I want to do, let's see, this one I don't want. Excuse me. Excuse me, I have such a frog today. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a different brush here, because what I want to do is I'm going to use a different technique. So with these, I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to pack on this blue color, I think, first. Because then I can put the gold into it and meld into the blue. So let's see. I've heard things about this blue. Wow, this is going to be interesting because I just touched it twice, and look at the amount of color that I've picked up, and it's already on. So this is going to be interesting. Oftentimes dark shades like this, when they have such a huge pigment with them or such a deep pigment with them, what happens is excuse me, allergies. Oh my goodness. I'm going to go ahead and pull out Evil Queen here. I'm so sorry. They don't blend as well. So I'm kind of hoping that the MAC paint pot is going to even that out a little for me. So again, all I'm doing here is just kind of packing this in to the outer corner, going all the way to the center of the lid. And then as soon as I get that gold back on, what I'm going to do is, or when I get the gold on, I'm going to go ahead and kind of like smoke it out towards the end of the blue like I'm doing here. Just use a little bit of product, a really light hand. So when I get the gold on, we'll see how we go from there. So again, that was just 2 brushes, 1 touch, a second touch, and I just kind of flip it over. So let's go ahead with this side, hoping you guys can see. Doing nothing but just pulling it in. That is a really gorgeous shade. I am really liking that. Just evening out my eyes here. Making sure my navy looks good. And the color of this is called the Fates. This is going to be from Hercules, the Fates that were in Hercules. So pretty. Oh my goodness. This, I don't know, oh my gosh, I would actually go to say that this has become my absolute favorite palette. Oh my gosh. Now again, I don't know about these jelly, I don't know really how I feel about the jelly ones just yet. So I'm kind of done. I'm done really already with the palette. I'm going to go ahead and just close that and set it aside here. And we'll probably go back to that to do a little bit more blending. But let's go ahead and get started with this jelly one and see what happens. They're kind of messy when you pick them up. They're messy when you open them. I definitely am kind of not a fan of that. I don't, like I've told you guys before, I really don't like getting my hands dirty even when I do my makeup. Okay, just keeping this moving as we go along here. I'm going to use one of the exact same brushes that I used yesterday. Ouch. One of the exact same brushes that I used yesterday, and we're going to go ahead and put this gold on and take it from the inner corner. I'm not going to do more like a halo or anything. I'm just kind of doing a dual-sided color here. So let's go and pick up some of this gold. Gosh, this stuff is just gorgeous. It really is an absolutely gorgeous color. I don't know if maybe I can just use a brush to try to tone some of this down so it's not so messy around the edges or something, because these jelly ones are just messy. I think I would prefer, I personally, just because of the mess factor, I think that I would prefer a powdered shadow to this for sure here. Sorry to seem so distracted, but okay, so let's go ahead and put this one on in our crease here. And what I'm doing is just packing it in. And again, just like I said with the Dr. Facilier one, all I'm doing is just pressing these in, and I want to make sure that I continue to look down a little bit, because you don't want the wet shadow to transfer to your upper crease. So we want to make sure that we don't have a lot of that. I find, and I am finding right now, that I think the padding, just pressing it in doesn't work real well. But when I pull it sideways to go through the eye here, and I drag it, it actually is, there's more color payoff. Okay, so my right eye is done. Let's try this left one where you guys can actually see. I'm just going to initially pat the color in. Let's do that. And then when we go to spread the shade, might be a little bit easier. Again, I'm just trying to look down a little bit because I want to spread the shade and not transfer it to the top. So, and again, continuing to look down just because I don't want it to transfer, but I'm kind of doing a semi-cut grease, I guess, just by doing the two shades themselves here. It's very possible that I might also just use an integrated color here to try to blend this a little bit more seamlessly. Yeah, that looks really fantastic. I do like the way these jellies are. I do like the payoff, but the mess is just, ooh. I don't know if the mess is worth it. I probably will end up using that later. And this gold is just really beautiful. I definitely know that. So let's see if we can have a little bit more of a transition or something that would actually blend these two a little bit better instead of being such a stark line. So let's see what our little palette here has to offer. There is a Pain and Panic that's right here. This is the Fates is the one that I used. The Pain and Panic is a little bit of a payoff here. We can always go back into this Mongrels is what I used yesterday. So I could possibly use the Mongrels again to try to integrate the two. So let's just see what we get here on a little bit of a blender. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use our little packet brush like we had yesterday. So again, I'm going to go into this little Mongrels, which is this champagne colored one here. And I'm just going to kind of go through the center, see if I can integrate these two just a smidge, little transition. Oh yeah, I really like that. I like the way that they're blending. And if you'll notice, I'm just waving back and forth along the seam where the two are. This is an easy way to actually blend your shadows and make it a little bit more seamless instead of the harsh line that might possibly go in between the two. And a lot of this, ladies and gentlemen, is just blending. That's really all it is. It's just spending time to blend the two together. Now, because my eyelids are a little bit more crepey than a lot of people's, because of my age, and I think that I probably stretch my eyelids a lot when I used to put on my eyeliner, because I find that I still do. I try very hard not to. See, like that's a perfect transition between the gold and the blue, and I'm really finding that I like that payoff. Okay, so since we pretty much have the eyes done already, and that was extremely simple, and wow, it wasn't even time consuming, I'm going to go ahead and do my color fix here and get some of that off, see if I can do that. Also, these little color fixes are fantastic. All it is a sponge, but it's a rough, it's a rough sponge, and it actually goes in between the bristles and stuff and tries to pull the color that you've used the brush for. So it's a good temporary fix, but it never actually, it should not, I will say it again, should not definitely replace washing your brushes, and that's for sanitary purposes. There's bacteria that we pick up throughout the day and that kind of stuff, so you really want to be careful. Also, if you're doing somebody somebody else's makeup, you want to make sure that you wash those in between every single makeup transition, or every single, I'm sorry, person's face, and use new brushes on each other's faces because you just never know. Okay, so again, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use the Devious to smoke out the bottom line. I'm going to use it on this one. Go all the way into my crease. Just smoking out this bottom line. Going to go ahead and add it to the other eye. I don't know why women keep our mouths open. It's just something that we do. Yesterday, with the look yesterday, all I ended up doing was just wearing mascara, and I got a lot of compliments on it yesterday, so I was very, very pleased. Again, I apologize if I sit too low. I'm trying to keep myself in an upright position because it's just better for my back. I have back issues as well, so... Okay, so I went ahead and put the Devious down. Now, I think what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead with the Fates, with that blue on the outside. I don't want to integrate too much. And I think actually, no, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go in with this purple because I think this purple will be absolutely gorgeous just to go onto this outside to help smoke out the bottom line. If you guys can see, just trying to do this from feel. Again, doing the same outside eye. This is wonderful. And I'm just doing the outside half. I'm not going to go into a triple like doing a halo eye. I just absolutely think that this is wonderful. I did not have a lot of kickback. I tend to blow like that anyway when I close it so that I don't mix some of the shadows for whatever reason. Again, I'm going to do a color transfer here when I'm not using them. So I try to do this after using my brushes as well. A color cleanse, because that way when I pick the brush up the next time it should be perfectly clean. So again, what I'm doing is I'm just going to go ahead and integrate these two like I did with this same brush, but I took the extra color off because I've achieved pretty much the level of color that I want. Just wonderful. I am loving these colors right now. Oh my gosh, I think I'm absolutely in heaven. Okay. I purchased some new Sigma brushes as well, and they just got here the other day. Here's a bent liner that you can fine line and very fine line, like for a perfect cat's eye and that kind of stuff. I went ahead and got a waterline liner, and then I got a tight line liner. Now your tight line is going to go up here of a bottom of your lid. Your waterline, this is the fine one that you would use to actually do like a cat's eye. I'm not very good at that. And this one here is going to be our waterline one. This will be the one that I would actually use to do my top and my bottom line. I will do my waterline first so that if there's any shadow on there, it doesn't get into my waterline. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Maybelline Eye Studio. My Maybelline Eye Studio color. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of coat both sides. This color again is in Blackest Black. I will get my little puff, and I'm going to go ahead and just do my waterline. Okay, do my second eye. And then I'm going to go ahead and go down below. Since I have my waterline done, I'm going to actually just kind of push this into my bottom lashes. When you do that, when you rub it along, you can actually, it works really great to tight line, like I said, on the upper. And it works really good if you want to just smoke it out. So I just kind of go this way. I'm going to go ahead and line the tops here and then just kind of rub these in. You want to go along your lashes and actually do the lash line itself. So I'm actually just putting this right in at the base of the lashes, if you can see what I'm doing here. I'll go ahead and line the top, and then I'll put some mascara on, and I'll get you guys some final thoughts when we do after. I think I just set on my watch. Did I? Oh. Okay, again, this is a Sigma E17, and I really love these new brushes. I wish that I would have actually tried them probably prior, quite some time ago, but I'm finding that these Sigma brushes are fantastic. This brush specifically is good for wonderful line that I want just to be a tight line that goes across my top lid as well. And that is just because I do have hooded lids. I have plenty of space, but when I open my eye, of course, there's always that ridge that comes with it. So what I worry about when I do that is that it gets lost. I don't want too much eyeliner to actually be long and sticking out, because it will transfer to the top because my lid actually comes over to the top of my eyelid. So here we go with the other eye. Again, just a nice fine line. I'm not a cat's eye person. I have been trying that a little bit more, and practice makes perfect. I know it sounds so stupid, but it's actually true when it comes to liner as well. One thing that I know today is I'm actually extremely shaky, so I don't think that I'm feeling as well as I want to, but just so you guys know, I have my new MS medication coming up here next week. Went ahead and put that on. Again, all I need really now is just some, mascara, and I think I'll be ready to go. So put on a little bit of lip gloss. Let's try this and see what this color is like. Wow. So there is the gloss. I think tomorrow I'll go ahead and, or maybe even a little bit later, I might take a couple stills to let you guys know what I think of the lipstick. I'm a much bigger lipstick lover than I am any form of a lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. This is actually a matte color. So I think that when you have your cream lipsticks, a lot of those, they actually do last for quite some time, and a lot of the new formulas are just absolutely wonderful. I wish I didn't say the word absolutely so much, sorry. This one is a matte color, so I don't think that I would actually put a gloss over it, but because they are so matching in color, I wouldn't worry about whether I would have color that would transfer from the matte actually into the gloss, because oftentimes, like I said yesterday, you get color transfer and then it actually changes the color of your gloss, so you want to be really careful about that. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some mascara. I think this look is fantastic. I did bring my eyeliner down to make it look like it's a little bit more of a point, come down my face just a smidge. I like to be a little bit dramatic. So anyway, this is your look for the Evil Queen. This is going to be Evil Queen today, and I'm so excited to get this out for you guys. Should be up anytime soon. Again, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, add any questions or comments that you might have, and we'll definitely see you tomorrow for our next day's look. Who are we gonna do tomorrow? Everybody stay healthy.